So I'm picking up where it's basically the end of a scene where Ramza's getting off a boat and Delita's waiting for Ramza and tells him, don't take our information network too lightly. And Ramza's just like, what? And he's like, no, I'm serious, and do this and do that. And Ramza's just like, what? How'd you know I was going to be here? And then Delita just walks off. And Ramza is, I don't want to say Ramza's dumb, but when it comes to him compared to his childhood friend, Delita's just operating on a higher level. He's got a strong, information network, like I just mentioned. And Ramza, in comparison, is just a sweet, naive kid. And his heart's in a good place. Delita's heart is, he's very self-serving, but ultimately it's kind of an interesting, Delita's a very interesting character because he is doing what he sees as best, but he's a little bit crazy in the way he gets results. So as the game progresses, I don't know if I've been doing a great job like telling you like, hey, here's what's next, but yeah. My point is he's a cool character, and he's a lot deeper than, like, as far as his IQ and as a chess player, he's just way ahead of sweet little Ramza. So Rad is actually back in the mix, so I'm going to get him some new gear. With the wizard outfit, that's not like a perfect thing for him, but I might as well spend the extra 300 and get the, because Rad's not a bad caster. And then I didn't even check for my weakest female. So Alicia is 840. Oh, Judy. Yeah, definitely Judy. All right, so I gotta just, Judy doesn't need any gear here. So I'm buying that stuff for, actually, let me go back to the shop, because even though I gave equip armor to Ramza, it's really great to have that speed boost. It's worth losing the 12 health, but not for the other thing. All right, so Green Beret early on is one of the most fantastic helmets accessible to you. We have another egg coming in. By the next fight, it will hatch. Basically, you get an egg, and then it's whole, and once you move one spot, a day progresses, and it starts to crack, and the next day, it is a new monster. A new little sweet monster. And then if you train it right, you can train it to do the monster mash. All right, and I will give him gold armor because, yeah, Judy technically needs it more, but I'll probably have Judy in a more conservative combat scenario for this next fight. Judy's got good movement. She's got a movement of 5. And then with Rad, let's see what I got for him. A coral sword, and I mentioned using him as a caster. I might as well go ahead and give him that wizard mantle. I don't know about yin yang magic. Oh, wait. Okay. I always thought by default he has blind, and blind is, it's bad. It's not a good spell compared, like, since paralyze is the same price. It's ridiculous they're the same price. And if I had a little more cred as a priest, I might make that my secondary. But really, if I want Rad to survive, I gotta teach him the fundamentals. So I'm gonna, as it turns out, the wizard outfit is good for him because it boosts his mana. So Rad's kind of well-rounded. He's not great at anything, but he should be able to survive. And then, yeah, Boko is still stronger than Metal Nila. And, oh, I didn't even check. I'm sure, yeah, Mustadio is level 12. These guys are like 8 and 10. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I do set up my guys so that the weakest male, weakest female, weakest monster is going to be in the next fight. Didn't mean to zoom out like that, but here we are. All right. So this fight is great. We are on the way to save. Oh, man. Sorry. I believe this. Yeah, okay, I know what this scene is. This is going to be Rudovich from Bart Company reporting to the Cardinal. And the Cardinal is going to be giving out orders to Gafgarian. Which, that reminds me, I am so underprepared for my fight with Gafgarian. The best way to beat Gafgarian is to steal his sword. Once you do that, he is just pretty much fully useless. Sometimes he has Geomancer as a second ability, and that can really get you if you're if you happen to you know, the elements work out against you, like the stop or carve model causing you to turn into stone. But otherwise, he's pretty much toast once you steal his sword. You can break his sword too, but that's not nearly as fun because 2 fights from now, he's going to have the blood sword, which is a fantastic weapon, one of my favorites. And I mentioned I'm not prepared because in reality, like, oh, am I going to be ready for... Okay, so, why am I... Oh, I know why I'm an archer. Yeah, sorry, I haven't played in like 4 days. Speed save. I'm saving up for speed save. But in reality, if this fight really drags on, I might be able to get steel weapon. So, yeah, even though... I got to do that. I got to be me, yo. So that'll make me really fast as a thief because I've already got default speed of 7 and the green beret gives me 1 more. So the gold armor is going to stay, although it's tempting to change this into gain JP up. So tempting that I gots to, baby. Oh, whoa, I lost a lot of health doing that. Way more than I was thinking. Okay. I'm going to buy him a wizard outfit before I get in this next fight. Having a platinum dagger isn't ideal, but I don't have enough I don't have enough job points for the equipped sword, and I don't have equipped spear. So let's try this again. I'm going to save it in case I lose, because in a fight where you have to save somebody, a lot of times it's out of your hand. If you're really great, then the odds, like if your team is real stacked, then the odds of it getting out of hand is pretty low. So Rad's definitely in the fight. And then I'm going to have Judy with the other Chocobo. And I don't know if it's going to be Met Neela or the new kid. Boko, Meta Neela. Oh, snap. That's not great. All right. Black Chocobos are fun, but they die much easier because they don't have as much health, they're slower, and they can't heal. Out of the 3, the black, red, and the just classic gold Chocobo, they're the 3rd best. I'll just put it that way. And somehow when I fight them in nature, they always kick my butt. Alright, sorry, I didn't mean for this to take 7 minutes to get into this fight. So Agrias is out here like just on the run. Luckily, she's not naked like Mustadio was 1 fight ago. Man, Ramza spends like so much time saving his friends. You don't have the option to be like, oh, we're just passing through, don't mind me. In this fight, like I said, Agrias is not naked, so she's pretty self-sufficient, and I'm going to be a little bit dependent on her. I mean, she's always been a strong character, but yeah, I'm going to need her to kick some butts. Because even though I'm a super fast thief, I'm not great at killing people. So it's kind of a bummer. I know I can't get this spell off in time. It's going to go 9th. That's what that 9 means on the right, in case you were wondering. The turn, it's MP and turn. I get to cast 3 times, which is great. I have a perfect amount of mana for that. So I could walk up and throw a stone, but like, it's not really worth getting double blasted, because that's exactly what would happen. They'd have to just cast like Bolt 2 or something. And that would do a lot of damage, and I don't want that. So I'm going to spread myself out a little bit. In a perfect world, Agrias will either lightning stab or stasis sword those 2 characters right there. And she's not strong enough to kill either one of them, but if it's stasis sword, that might stop the mage, which is the ideal. And she did not. And he's definitely going to be, even though Ramza is very fast, he is not so fast that he's going to, you know, be able to pull off, like, get away from the spell in time. So that's going to be rough. Black Chocobo already down to about half of his health. That's not great. I guess, oh, whoa, jeez. Not awesome. Woof. That is a devastating blow. Oh, cool. That wizard is not fleet of foot, so he didn't get to set himself up to do anything good. He's going for Rad? Are you serious? Man. Okay, so it's tempting to hop on the Chocobo and just say, got a blast, but no, I'm not. Nah, it's so much fun to ride a black Chocobo. I'm not going to do that yet, but I'm going to do that eventually. So I know with the way CT works, if I don't act, then she's going to be cast on, but be able to do something a little later. I'm going to go all the way over here. If I go all the way in the water, I'm probably setting myself from that archer that's way out there to kill the guy. But if I'm up a little bit, it's not so bad. Okay, sweet. Oh, that is perfect. Now you stop. Perfect. All right. Things all of a sudden are looking pretty delicious. I don't mean that. I don't know why I said delicious. So Agrias having her helmet broke is not great. But I kind of doubt she's going to die. She should be able to finish off this guy. It's just a matter of will she. Because she's also got this guy who's a serious threat. So because I didn't move, I have a speed advantage. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta kill him. It's tempting to cast Don't Act on this guy, or Paralyze, but it's 61%, whereas this is a 90. I gotta take that and kill him. And you know, honestly, that may cost Rad his life, but he's less important. Don't want to be a harsh person, but there, I laid it all out. The fact that Agrias just dodged or blocked that attack is fantastic. It's going to greatly help my chances. So this is what I was planning on. I was planning to get cast on, so he's gonna basically kill himself because he has 97 health. What is this? Late chapter 1? All right, so Agrias is gonna stasis sword these two guys. This fight could have been ugly, but yeah, with a couple stops, 3 stops going on, yeah, this fight's pretty much over. I mean, Judy may be in some trouble, but I can easily get there in time and help them out. Help her out, rather. Man, I'm almost like disappointed how quickly this turned into a breeze fest. Partially because I'd have to just sit here and milk the clock. Well, not the clock, but just sit here and yell over and over again to gain Steel Sword. And I'm not going to put you through that. So, yeah, I'm just going to fly in here. He's still in danger of being hit by that archer. But I really don't care for my black Chocobo. I promise that's not a racist remark. It's just out of the different breeds of Chocobo. I don't know. I mean, it really is purple. Who cares? Who's counting? I'm colorblind at that. You should be too. So yeah, anyways, what I was saying is that archer could cause trouble. But she could also not cause trouble if I can successfully charm her. They're like, hey girl, you don't gotta die on that hill. You can be with us temporarily and die later. But she didn't go for it. And Judy should be able to kill this lady one-on-one, but I don't know. Judy can heal herself too, so if nothing else, she can keep herself alive until reinforcements arrive. Now, split punch. Whenever you get Agrias, you're more than likely going to get split punch as the secondary knight skill she knows, but occasionally you will get Holy Explosion, which is the second best. I mean, sometimes it is the best. It just depends on the circumstance out of the Holy Sword skills. So this guy is no longer stopped, but he is dead now. I'm going to have Rad head over to help Judy. Nah, I'm not gonna fly. I'll walk. Who can afford to fly these days, right? Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with how this fight went. I mean, it went from like, oh, this is losable to like, oh, everyone on their team is stopped, and I think their archer has missed every time. Yeah, I don't know if their archer. Yeah, pretty sure every single shot was a miss. But what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna like saddle or sandbag myself just to make it even. That would be a piece of foolishness. Alright, Agrias, can't do anything right now. Cornelia, that's a stupid name. She is going after Rad. And she misses. Man, I almost feel bad for these guys. Like, I don't, because I'm glad they're all dead, but still, this should have been a decent fight. It's always when we're YouTubing, you know, it goes like too easy. Maybe you don't know. I just started doing this 2 weeks ago. You can't tell though, right? You're like, what? I thought you were PewDiePie. Is he still popular? I'm sure he is. How could he not be? Alright. Yep. Got you with a cocoa ball. So, Ramza. I'm gonna do just. It's inevitable that lady's gonna die, that archer's gonna die, so I'm gonna stand still and give myself a speed boost and hopefully get some night skills while I wait. Agrias is heading over to help kill that archer, but whatever, I'm just gonna end it here. There's no night skill that would be what I'm looking for as far as like steel sword is concerned. And I know I'm not close to that 600 goal, so what a bummer. My other thief, I can't remember how much job points she has, but she may be able to steal a sword. Agrias is great, but because of the way I'm playing this game, I won't get to use her for a while. Probably like halfway through chapter 3. We're pretty close to the end of chapter 2. So you are no longer going to Lionel Castle. You just found out the princess is going to be executed, and that's the site of the execution. And this fight is very difficult. It's like 8 on 5 in this one. Well, 8 on 4 in my circumstance. So Rad leveled up, so he has the option to be a knight or an archer. I don't know that I'm going to do that yet. It is still his turn instead of Kenji's. It is still Judy's turn instead of Kay. Which, okay, I wasn't even close with her. I thought I was. Man. I want to steal a blood sword. You know that feeling when you just gotta steal a blood sword? That's what I'm feeling. Alright, Judy doesn't really have any... Golly, these chocobos are reproducing. Like the way rabbits reproduce. Alright, there's no real reason to stay a thief. Thieves are, like I've said, they're fun, but right now I have a tough fight ahead of me, and when all else fails, Ramza is probably at his best as a squire. Partially because he can wear anything and pull it off, so I don't need to worry about his equipment. He's got a shield, which, you know, normally you wouldn't be able to wear a green beret and a shield, but that's just how Ramza operates. None of these are really going to help me in this fight, so trying to think of my best secondary skill, which I don't really have a good one. Maybe Geomancer, Helliving Carve Model. Of course, Charm is always good, so Yeah, even though Elemental is nice, it's helpful, I'm going to need Charm to work in my favor in this fight quite a few times. And even then, I'm still not like, yeah, I got this. Kind of feels like a real coin toss. Oh, I wish he had Phoenix down, but he does not. He's got High Potion, which, you know, 1 part prevention is worth 3 parts cure, or however the expression goes. So she doesn't really have any skills that are going to help me yet. Man, I feel ill-prepared. I know I'm playing this in a kind of off-the-cuff way, but this feels rough. This feels like I'm going to lose. I'm just going to say that. So if I do lose, what I will do next time is go to town, because there is new equipment available. Not a lot, but I know that I can at least raise my HP with a new clothing line. And at least that'll like I'll kind of make myself get in a practice fight at Barrios Hill to upgrade everybody else. So yeah, let's see how that goes next time. And I don't like to end this video with such pessimism about probably going to lose, but we'll see. So hang in there, guys.